Top 7 Trello power-ups that you need to use in 2022. Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to be telling you about the 7 free Trello power-up that you should be using right now. So, without wasting any time, let's get started. Okay, so the first power-up that is on my list and which has also become the most standard for all of my Trello boards is the bulk actions. Okay, so, about it, if we are talking, how many times is that you have wanted to make changes to multiple cards right here with the Trello, but Trello doesn't allow you to do that? Well, with the bulk action power up, you can just do that. So, let's say that I need to change these three cards in three different lists and I need to change their labels. For example, I want to change this one and the second one and the third one. So what I need to do is, I'm not going to waste an awful time by clicking on each one of those and every one of those cards. I'm just simply going to select the bulk actions on the top of the screen over here. And after selecting that, it's going to show me a slightly different view of the Trello board. So now what I'm gonna do is, but now as you guys can see that I've got these little check boxes over here. So if I click on this one and then this one and also this one, it's gonna be showing me these all of these options which are available to me right over here. So in this case I want to relabel, so I'm going to select relabel. After say, let's say that I want to make sure that all of these are changed to the yellow one, yellow label. So I'm just gonna tap on the yellow label, and after that, as I've selected the yellow label, so I'm gonna be tapping on relabel and they all are gonna be relabeled to the green one. So let's say that now I also want to change their due date, for example. So we're gonna just tap on the checkbox again, and then we're gonna be tapping on the due dates, and now we're gonna just select the dates which we want to and modify date and all these dates, and now just need to select the timing in the way which we want to change them, and then we just need to tap on change the due dates and all of their due dates will be changed. So that is how easily you can change the labels and the listing and many other options by using the bulk actions. Okay, so now no matter how you're choosing Trello, no matter what you use your Trello, sometimes you may have a list or in me which you want to keep in check. So, and what I mean by that is perhaps there's a part of your face that you want to make sure that you don't have too many cards at any given time. That's where the list limits power ups comes into the play. So that's the second power up that I recommend you guys. Here you can see that under my pending list, I've got some numbers at the top. It says 3 out of 4 because I have the list limits enabled and have told it I only want maximum of 4 cards in this list. So it's going to give me a warning if I exceed that number. So let's say, for example, I'm going to drag over this card into this list. You can see it says now 4 out of 4, and maybe one of these in progress cards I have to bring it back. So I'm going to bring it back from this usage into overflow cards. So not only does it tell me that it's 5 out of 4, but this entire list is now shaded in a different color, as you guys can see. So this is telling me and the other members of my board that wait a minute, we have got too many in this pending state, and what's going on and what's the bottleneck and what do we need to do differently. So yes, now you can apply any of these by changing the number of any of your list by just dragging it back into that, and or as you guys can see that you can just apply it to that one particular list or also all of these lists over here, the list limits power up. So you don't need to feel that you're providing with the overflow in this power up. Okay, so now I can say that, you know what, maybe we can still work on this particular task, and now that the color changes back to its normal shade, I can still see that total the 4 out of 4 over here. So if you need to add your list limit, all you need to do is you need to come here and you need to go down and select list limit, and after that, once the power up is installed, and now we can see that set our number here, and you need to set in whatever number you want to, and then you need to tap on save, and now I can continue to work with my Trello workflow, and we do not need to make any kind of, we can save our time by using this power up. Okay, So now when it comes to managing all of your tasks and cards, setting up a proper priority can be one of the most effective ways to get most out of the Trello. Okay, so you're probably familiar with using the labels, where you can use labels not only for different categories or perhaps departments, but also you can use them for priorities. Okay, so for example, here I've got a red urgent label, and I've got a yellow medium priority label. But sometimes this can be very confusing because I also have things like departments and other categories mixed up in here. Well, now you can use the third one, which is a card priority by screenful. To set a to priority, here you can see, and on few of my cards, I've got things like highest, and over here you can see that I have this one labeled as critical. So, and these are separate from the label themselves. If I open up this card, for example, so you can see that it has its own client request panel, but also has its separate priority level. So under power ups, I can select the card priority, and here I can choose or edit the priority levels given here. Now these are the defaults that card priority give us, and I think they're the most helpful. If I want to bump this up to highest, it's going to change it over here. So, and it's also going to change it on the front of the card over here, as you guys can see. And if you select the card priority option over here in the top right hand corner, so it will also give you a summary of where those levels and are where they exist and where they exist among your different lists. In fact, you can even look at it in a different way based by the label or by assignee as well. Now, the nice thing is that under the settings section, you can also really customize this power up. So, for example, maybe you don't want to see it on the card front, or you don't want to see it on the card back, or vice versa, or maybe both, as we can see in this case as well. So the other nice thing is this option to only show the high priorities on a card front. You very well know that by adding more information, maybe other custom fields, maybe other power-ups as well, the front of a card can get very busy. So I think that this makes an awful lot of sense, that maybe only we want to show the two of the top priorities, but we can still give these other higher priority levels to these priority levels to the other cards. But we do not necessarily need to show them everywhere. If I uncheck this option and hit save, like you can see, I just am doing that. So you'll see that I have a few more that appear because these are below my top two priority levels. Yes, but if I ever need to do again, so if I ever need to remove them, so I can again do that here by under the setting options, and I can also come in here and actually change the text of any of my priorities as well. So it's a very flexible tool and a great way to add two priorities and not waste all of your Trello labels. Okay, so let's stick with another power up which is designed by Screenful, and this one is called as the card dependencies. How often have you been working with the Trello and you know that something is a parent of something else, and or maybe this task is a child of another card, or maybe something needs to be accomplished before something else can get started. So, well, with card dependencies, we can do that. Let's open up this card over here as an example. So if we want to add a dependency to this particular card, what we need to do is, all we need to do is go over there up to the power up section and then click on dependencies. And here we have a number of different ways in which we can add a dependency. So now, for example, maybe you worked, it is blocked by another task, or it's something related to something else. In this case, I'm going to say it's a child to something. And after that, I'm going to select that option here. And now all that I need to do is search the name of another card. So in this case, I'm going to say it's a child to winter. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just tap on this one to have like its own card dependency section or right there. So I can see that the relationship between these two over here, and the other nice thing is that it's quick and easy for me to remove as well from here over here, or maybe I need to check it off so that once this connection or this dependency no longer remains, I can check it off at this level. So let's add something else here, just an example. I'm going to click on the dependencies here, and after that, in this case, that's a child too. I'm going to say that it's also a parent of a different card. So I'm going to be selecting on the parent, And now I'm again gonna select a name of a card. Let's say that this is related to something called summer. Okay, now you can see that the different relationship as well. So the another bonus of using this power up is that we can have direct link to these other cards. So if I click on winter over here, I can directly go to this card and see what's happening here. And if I need to go back, I can see that also that this is a parent, so then I can go back to that card as well. That which is original card dependencies. So this is a great way to see the relationship between your cards and also the other things. Okay, so the next power up that is on our list is all about getting more out of due dates right here with the Trello. Okay, so of course, applying due dates is so crucial to staying on track and making sure that your projects can complete on time. But sometimes it can be difficult to estimate how far out of this is this particular date. And if you include both a start and an end date, how long is this actually going to take? Well, with the card duration power up by Placker, it can give us both sets of information in a different and a more digestible way. Okay, so for example, here this card is due on July 23rd, and how close is that? So, well, down below it's telling me that exactly that's in 1 week from now. Okay, this is maybe even a little more relevant to me, and as I glance at other cards as well, for example, such as this one, so it's telling me that it's from July 20 and it has exactly one day left in it. So now I've got a better grasp of how close I am to those due dates. But yes, and also if you do not want to just see it on the front page but also on the inside of the card, you can just tap on the card, like for example I'm doing it over here, and now you can see that over here I'm getting also over here I can see that how much time it has left, like it's had left 1 week. So do not forget to install this card duration power up by the Blacker. Okay, so now the sixth free Trello power up that is on our list has all to do with tracking costs. Okay, whether you're tracking a budget or financials here with the Trello, Costello make things so much easier. Even before I open up any of these cards, you can see here right in the top right hand corner, I've got a total cost of roughly $11,500. And what it's going to do is summing up the different cards where I've added cost data. Okay, so in this example, I'm going to come up over here to the power up section, and I'm going to add a total cost over here. Let's say enter in a number is something like $1,500. Okay, so now you can see that I have got this number attached to this card, and if I close this and I come to the front of the card, you can see that the cost is visible here as well. But the great thing is that my total cost had increased, and because of this, of course, that is going to be dynamic, so I can add cost to any of the cards on this board. And when I click on this option right here, so I can summarize it by different ways. Not only will it show me the individual cards where I've added cost data and include the number, but also it can summarize it by the column. For example, if we are going to summarize it with a column, so here I can see my biggest expenses are under the pending tasks here, and also I can summarize is by the label as well. If you go back, where I can see all of my both HR and medium priority, client urgent, and new project, which are very close at like urgent is $5,500 and all that. So if you're working with money, budgeting, or financials, be sure to install the Costello Power Up. Okay, so the last but not least power up that I would recommend you guys is the Google Drive. So Google Drive is another favorite, and Google Drive is widely used because obviously it is easy to collaborate with new team members, and adding documents to your Trello board saves a lot of time from navigating to try to find the right documents. And you can simply tap on the card, and then you can tap on the Google Drive and find the right documents, and then you can create them and change them, and also link them to the other things. And also, if you're talking about this, so it can create and change on the Google Drive, and linking them with your Google Drive, with the Trello organization, it can help you to save a lot of time, and it's a powerful way to make sure that you never skip a beat. Okay, so this was all for today's video. Let me know in the comment section below if this video helped you guys. Also, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel.